Lately, I feel like the theme coming back in my life is just feeling alive, like really wanting to be active in the world again because the recovery from burnout, honestly, like it didn't take much. I did a lot of sleeping in the last few weeks. I'm not gonna lie. Like I'd sleep, get up, try to do some yoga or like DoorDash, and then like I just was like so much rest, so much rest. And as my body type, I really don't need that much rest to recover from burnout. It doesn't take much. I'm feeling alive. Like, I want to be in the world again. So, going on a workshop, gonna be in the studio. I'm excited to prep and teach and make people feel good. That's like my favorite thing. It's like my one of my most favorite things to do is make people feel good. The goal that I have been focusing on since being newly self-employed and just going around, I'm doing yoga, I'm doing workshops, I'm getting booked for privates, clients, I'm doing virtual stuff, which I actually want to share with you guys on here as well, because I try to focus on accessibility, affordability, good stress management. I know that like calming the nervous system and all of that is like a new buzz term that people are using. They're obsessed with nervous system regulation, but it also, there's a reason for it. I just think there are also just like weird practice. I don't know, that's a different conversation I'm trying to get into, but like I do like focus on stress management, the kind of stress management that doctors will tell people to look up. They're like, do breath techniques and try yoga, and there's a lot of kinds of yoga and there's different breath techniques and styles, but I'm like, these are the ones that help with the stress. And I've been implementing a lot of my own practices, even more so, like cementing them into my life, because I don't want, it's one thing to just teach and talk about, but to live what you're talking about too. Just as I once did with Ayurvedic lifestyle, I used to be really disciplined with my Ayurvedic lifestyle, but it is, life. So I'm trying to rebalance my health, recalibrate myself, get back onto a consistent routine to regulate my body, not even just my nervous system, but like digestion, my mind, my energy levels, my metabolism, overall like health things that help with long-term disease prevention. And I'm like, it's the type shit that I feel like being able to like take over your own body and like take control of the health of your body and heal your own body. Empowering, kind of rebellious, because it's really not the norm. And my thing, I love Ayurveda and I love the diverse lessons and wisdom that it offers, and I strayed from that as well, but also I'm like, now is as good a time as ever to yoga and Ayurvedic lifestyle wellness. It's what people call holistic health essentially too. I'm trying to recalibrate my health, and that has been me trying to figure out what a morning routine to make me feel good for digestion, good for my energy, good for my soul looks like. I have been cutting screen time because I kind of work from my phone now, so I actually don't like doom scrolling or scrolling at all really, so that kind of helps. I'm like, making being on my phone on job actually keeps me from scrolling on it. So I've been more focused on like my reading, my discipline, diet, and just like starting to try to find the ways to fill my time in between teaching yoga and doing social media marketing for local businesses. But it's been a really good time. I'm having a lot of fun. I'm organizing the apartment because when you have two full-time workers, like, let's be so real, like, a place is not going to be clean all the time. And now that I kind of have more energy and freedom than Nick does, I have more time to actually, like, kind of do upkeep. He does his best. Like, he tries in the summertime. He works outside. He's an electrician. So when it gets hot in this kind of weather, it's humid. The humidity index of Virginia is absolutely insane. So him working outside, he gets drained, so it is actually easier for me to like maintain more of upkeep, but also it benefits me and what I'm trying to do, because a clean space helps me feel like I can you know, start from scratch, cook a meal that's healthy and nourishing. So I'm just getting back into, not even getting back to, I feel like I don't like saying I am back on my shit, because my shit has evolved. I'm rebuilding, or I'm building a new foundation for my health and for my life, so that I can be radiant and flourish and be nourished and happy. You guys see this outside? I'm like, do you see this? It looks like Silent Hill out here, and I'm gonna race. I'm racing to the Arboretum. I look creepy. I'm gonna take some really creepy pictures and also some moody pictures, because it never looks like this. It never looks like this. I've made it to the Arboretum, but it doesn't look as foggy here. Like, I think it's just foggy in the open. But one time I caught the part when it was like foggy through the trees. I don't know. Maybe it'll gradually get there, because sometimes it'll gradually get foggier before it clears. But I'm still here. I have the whole park to myself, so I'm still gonna take some cute little goth girl nature pics. This is good. Whole park to myself. Maybe I'll start coming to the park at 6:45 in the morning every day. Ooh, it's gonna be so good. I feel like I'm good now. I haven't even had caffeine. I haven't eaten anything. I'm hungry, probably thirsty too. But I'm like, this is kind of a cool fucking way to start the day. It's supposed to be rainy for a week, but honestly, coming here in the like gloomy but bloomed earthy, it's just, I'm like, I might just come hang out. Might just come hang out. Okay, so on today's agenda, I am going to go, so I'm lucky enough to have an outlet store like 7 minutes from where I live, and I want to go to the bins, and I just want to find stuff that I can upcycle. I want to sell upcycle clothing on Depop, and I also want to get into, I used to make jewelry all the time, and I've had 1,005,000 ideas for new jewelry to make, and like, I painted the shirt too. I thrifted this top, and it was just plain black, and I painted it. So I want to paint stuff, I want to put patches on stuff and rip it up and make shit look super, I love that messy DIY alternative goth look. It's really punk to me, and it's just like, looks really fucking cool on stuff I've upcycled for myself, like plain black skirt or whatever, and a top it was shredded fabric and I made it into a top because it was like leftover thing, and I've worn stuff like that out, and all of my favorite outfits are honestly the stuff I've upcycled. And so I've reached a point where, like, because I have two sides to my style, I really like romantic gothic style, and then I really just like that messy punk goth look it's only achievable through DIY. Like, it just looks so fucking cool, taking scrap fabrics and stuff, and I just want to find stuff to shred up, and I also want to sell upcycled shit for like a reasonable price. So that I might go out and do that today. I might watch a little gothic movie. I've been wanting to watch Frankenstein again. I fucking love that movie. But later we're going out to Boogie, and I can't wait to go out to Boogie. So we're meeting some friends. Our favorite club is closing. And this club does both like DJ nights and hardcore shows. So we're going to a DJ night tonight, and then next week we're going to a hardcore show, and I'm so excited. And I'm so sad. I have gotten weirder the further along my healing journey I have come, and I think that's my favorite thing that I've learned is that, like, online a lot of people portray your healing journey as something to make you like almost perfect and like you never feel pain and you're always happy or whatever, even though to me being balanced in your nervous system means being regulated, means just being grounded. But you can be grounded in your rage, you can be grounded in your sadness, you can be like grounded in happy, like in everything, if that makes sense. Like you can still feel the entirety of our human existence in a grounded way versus being like high strung up out of your mind. But the more grounded I became, the more confident I became in who I am as a person, which is how I evolved into getting weirder, having a desire for like gothicism. And I mean that was like my OG origin story back in like 2009 anyways, back in the period when it wasn't cool or trendy. I just got weirder. I'm a weird person, actually. I feel like I don't know how to translate that sometimes, like in content, because it's like I become aware that I'm like I have a camera in front of me or whatever, but like in real life moments, like my boyfriend has videos of me. I joke about it, but I'm so weird, and I've created a safe space within myself to be weird without needing permission or validation from anybody else to be weird. I no longer have the desire to shrink my energy for whoever I'm around, and that comes with recovering from people pleasing. I've been meaning to make like a whole video about that, but I no longer shrink myself to be digestible or tolerable. My favorite thing is to let people choke on it. I'm I can't, I'm unstoppable at this point. And I think the subtle way of growing up as a people pleaser is always being told to be humble, but being humble is just being tolerable for people around you who are boring, and I just don't want advice from anyone who's boring. So like I was just like, I'm gonna be weird and whimsy and find other weird and whimsy people and create the safe space of weird and whimsy while also giving out yogic and Ayurvedic like information and having this wellness like thing going, backed by being weird and whimsical, because life is short. And the more grounded I feel in my body, the more I move, the more I take care of myself, the more confident I feel, the more delusional and whimsy and weirder I get. And that is the only mathematical equation that makes sense to me, I have decided. Like my part-time occupation is being a witch in the woods or a gothic fairy. And earlier there were some people at the park who I think were watching me a little bit, and I was like, but they couldn't tell what I was doing or who I really was either. I was like in the bushes, not in the bushes, there's trails, and I was like inside of all of the like plant life, and I was just like, I hope they start a rumor that becomes a folklore. It just goes along the lines of here lately I've had a ache and a craving to make every aspect of my life a work of art. My soul become the source of like my muse and inspiration, because I spent time like on Pinterest looking up like, you know, people look up like mood boards and style boards and blah blah blah. No one has like the vibe. I can't find the vibe I'm looking for, so I think that means I have to create the vibe I'm looking for, which is what I'm aiming to do with like even this space and my little goth garden on my balcony. And my vibe is so specific. It's giving courtyard outside of Dracula's castle type shit. Like I've just been coming into myself more and more. And what's funny is at first I was nervous about bringing this side of myself in, but also I feel like it's needed. We need more weird people to express themselves. Like, I love seeing people vibing beyond normal standards of societal behavior, not in like a, you know, obviously like a crazy criminal way, but like just when you see someone actively like singing and dancing in the street, and you know, someone's like, look at that guy, and I'm like, he's fucking living his best life. I know he is. Like, I love weird behavior. My favorite creators that I look to on Instagram are like the most unhinged personalities. Like, I'm like, we need just more unhinged. Like, we're over societal standards. Societal standards has gotten us to where we are now, and we deduce that it fucking sucks. So I'm like, we need to be weird and whimsy, and not this weird. I think we're confusing romanticizing with being whimsy. By definition, being whimsy means being unpredictable. But I'm about to go DoorDash, as I do in between when I'm not doing yoga or social media marketing or photography or workshops or whatever the fuck. I will DoorDash during lunch break to kind of, basically it's how I make my gas money, so that I'm still being able to profit off of, because gas is so stupid right now. Yesterday I actually got gas and it was $4.39 still, and today it's $4.58. Like, I put a little floral back in my room, because as much as I'm spending on my outside garden and making it feel like the courtyard out of Bram Stoker's Dracula, back when I had like little bouquets on this desk, I actually really loved that too. And so I just went out and got some cute little bouquets. I haven't seen these flowers before at the store, the purple ones, and they're pretty. And I think because so many of them are closed up, that more will open up. So I'm excited to see them all open up together. And then I've had, you know, like a variation of these before. They're very tall, but I kind of don't mind it. I kind of don't mind how tall they are. So I just bit the bullet, and I ordered more patches because I really love the patchwork style, patchwork look or whatever, and they're so cheap. There is a specific seller on Depop, and she makes like pretty cool patches that are like right up the vibe that I like, and I always get a bundle. So for like $17 after shipping and fucking everything else, I got 7 patches, and they're decent size. Like, they're not small patches. They will take up like a block on a shirt. So I bought some more patches. But I love having a supportive partner, because I was telling him, I was like, I really want to replace DoorDashing with like seeing if this will work out, because the gas is just so fucking expensive. It's so expensive that it's like I'm making only like 50% of what I spent wearing and tearing on my car doing, because I've put it back in gas all the time. So I'm like, not even to do this as a living, but just to like pay for little shit, like be my separate own gas thing, separate from my yoga teaching and the gas I have to use to actually drive and commute. But like a little extra money never fucking hurt nobody, and especially upcycled DIY alt clothing. Yeah.